Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the live stream. So, in this live stream, I am finishing my pasta leftovers for dinner. It's rotini with like a pasta sauce, like a meat pasta sauce. And in this live stream today, I've been thrown random questions that people want me to answer. And there were some people that gave me some questions to answer. And I'll be eating dinner. So if you're eating, go ahead or grab something, a snack or whatever. You're free to do that as well. And let's see here. I'm going to get over to a question that somebody had. Her initials are AA. She asked me, when is the Mirage reopening? Because if you didn't know, I live in Las Vegas, and many of the casinos are opening slowly, and some are being pushed to different dates. You know, Mirage is opening on August 6th. It was going to be July 1st, but now it's August 6th. So many things are reopening in Las Vegas. And I'm grateful for that because we do need to open Las Vegas. We do. Not just Las Vegas, but the rest of the world. If you're watching, you can leave a question here in this live stream chat. And the only way that it'll let you do that is if you're logged in, I think. Otherwise, it's going to tell you have to log in to YouTube. And you got to put your password and everything. But don't be discouraged if you've never done this. This is my first time I've ever done a Q&A. And I was excited about this. So that was the first question. And the next one, let me see here that I got here. Let's see. I have another one to dig up. Okay. Okay, I have a friend, Mad's Mad. She's upset that they allow larger gatherings of people are allowed to just protest, but they don't allow churches to reopen. And she says, what do you think about that, Linda Pooh? Let me just take a bite of my dinner here. So I can see why she's upset. There's a lot of people that are upset. I'm upset about it, but all I'm doing is praying about it because churches can't reopen, but they could have large gatherings. It isn't fair. I think that's unfair because in a church, you can social distance, you can do hygienic things, and you can follow protocol according to the CDC. You can have all the safety guidelines and social distancing. I heard that some of them made appointments, like attendees will make an appointment, kind of like a reservation to go to church. They had people in cars, so it says like drive up church services during Easter, I remember, and all kinds of stuff. Well, I think that they should just reopen because churches The people that run churches know what they're doing just as well as somebody who runs a hotel or a Costco or a mall or a casino, and so I think what I think about that is that I think churches should reopen. And just like right now, you're required to wear a mask in public. You can wear a mask at church. I've worn masks at church even before this pandemic. Believe it or not, I've always worn masks, and it's just something I did, and people could do that. And I don't think that we should be told that we can't go to church, because in our Constitution, we have, in the Constitution, it gives people the authority to gather in groups, right? I mean, you can protest, and that's your right, but our rights are being violated by not being able to go to church. Yes, we can watch it online. We can watch a replay. We can watch broadcasts or things like that, but we should be able to go to church. That's what I think. And so that answers your question, Mads Mad. So anyway, if you're watching this replayed and you have a question, you could always leave a question in the comment down below later, and if you're just watching the replay. Okay, let's see. I have another question. There's more questions. Oh boy, this one's pretty deep. So let me see here. Dinner time. It says, in these uncertain times, how can we remain confident and secure if we're experiencing anxiety and depression and despair? What can we do? What I do personally, when I'm feeling that I'm getting a little down about what's happening, or this pandemic is ridiculously, nobody's ever lived through something like this. So the question was, the first part of the question, in these uncertain times, how can we remain confident and secure? So what I do personally is I have to find something beyond myself. I search for something somebody who's in control, and I focus on things that are noble and trustworthy and praiseworthy. I focus on things of God, and it helps me to connect, to the higher power, connect, and it helps me, it lifts me up, it lifts up my spirits. So I could find my confidence in God. I could find my security in God. Hey, Genevieve. What's up, honey? Honey Hotinsky. Just kidding. How are you? Nice for you to stop by. Welcome. So that's what I do. And I can place my confidence in God because He's in control. If you just put your mind at ease with God, you can find your security in His Word. He says, that's the next part of the question. If you're experiencing anxiety or depression and despair, what can you do? I mean, what can you do? I'll reach out for prayer. I've reached out for counseling. I am not experiencing depression, but I know people that they are just like me, but we have strong faith, but they go through depression. It's just natural. It's something that happens. Hi, Mira. Welcome. I think this is the first time I've seen you. Welcome to the live stream. So I'm answering this question: if we are experiencing anxiety and or depression and despair, what can we do? Me personally, like I was saying, I think about different scriptures that help me, because when you just think of it. You have a favorite song, right? That you listen to, that makes you happy, that you'll put on and it'll elevate your mood. Well, the Word of God is just like that. There's a whole book of songs that you can say, and you can sing it, you can recite it, you can read it, and it'll transform your mind and your heart, and your soul will feel uplifted. So I think about things from Philippians 4:8 that are noble and trustworthy. It's in the Bible. It's in every Bible. And I also remember Psalm 23, that God is with me. His rod and his staff are with me. And he prepares a table before my enemies. You know what that means? He anoints my head with oil. So he wants to heal you. He wants to comfort you. He wants to be with you. And when it says he walks beside me in that verse, and he does. He is with you when you believe, in Jesus. He is with you. So his rod and his staff is comforting to you. And he prepares a table before my enemies. Because when things like what is your enemy? Think about it. Your bills, losing your job, that could be your enemy. Illness, something you're going through like cancer. But God is the healer. And he's preparing a table in the presence of your enemies. He's placing a boundary around you and protecting you, because he's there for you, even though this world is full of pandemics and death and horrible acts of evil. And he is there, and he is in control, and he's there to comfort you. And when it says that he's anointing your head with oil, that is something wonderful, because just think about, this is a shepherd. Like David wrote this, and he was a shepherd and these shepherds would seek these sheep out and protect them. That's how God is. But we're not the people that are following God in this, verse. We're not like sheep that are just going to go walk off a cliff. Just think about the other analogy, where if you're in pain or hurt, he's going to treat you and heal you and help you out and keep you safe. And that's one of my favorites. So I look to the Bible. I read the Bible when I'm, plus you should be reaching out to somebody, if you're going through anxiety and depression and despair, you're not alone, because we're all feeling this, especially during this pandemic. We're all feeling these things. And since you're here, Mira, I have Genevieve's question that I'm going to answer right now, that she gave to me in advance. And if you have a question, Mira, you can put it in this chat and I'll answer it. So Genevieve is saying, let's see, there's more than one question. Oh, your hair looks pretty on the Facebook photo. Did you just get it done? No, I haven't got, guess what? Because of this pandemic, I haven't been back to my stylist, who's awesome. Her name's Brianna. And she did my hair. And in that photo, she took a picture of my hair and me. And I've been using it for my all of my different media accounts on YouTube, like the photo that's on there right now. And I haven't. You should see my hair has grown out from here to here, my natural color. And then it's like highlighted from there down, but you can't really see it right now. But it is. I haven't had it done recently. And she was going to come at the beginning of the pandemic to my house, but I didn't do it. And then she is open for business again. I think that was in phase 1, that salons could open again with social distancing, and I didn't go back, but I'll be going back. I just have to wait for another paycheck because doing hair is expensive. But thank you. Thanks for your sweetness. You're such a sweetie pie, Genevieve. You are. Hugs, hugs, hugs. And a hug for Mira. Social virtual hug. Social distancing. Anyway, here's a question. What do you think about people making the mask thing political? Okay. This is what I think about that. If you have a medical problem where it would interfere, like people that wear oxygen, or have to do oxygen or something else, whatever your medical thing is, and the governor is telling you, and the world, everywhere you go, is telling you, where's your face mask? You have to wear it. You gotta. Well, if you have a medical condition, you shouldn't have to wear it. You shouldn't at all. If it's gonna kill you, no, don't wear one, please. Oh my gosh, no. Right? But then this whole thing is like a conspiracy, because I saw on the World Health Organization, they told, this lady was saying that she didn't say that it wasn't safe to wear a mask, and she was just like such a political answer about it. It's become, just like she says, very political. We should never shame either way. Yeah. And another thing, I think I personally wear a mask, even, as you know, before even a pandemic. I've been wearing masks. So for me, I'm used to it. And yes, there's some masks you just can't breathe in. There's some masks that are poorly made. There's some masks that I don't know what was in it. Maybe it was the bleach. I don't know, but I'm telling you, I was all red here and all here. From here up, I was completely red, like it went into my respiratory. Does that happen to you guys when you're wearing your mask? Do you turn red, like if you were shopping and it's like 107 degrees, do you turn red? Well, I still wear it, and sometimes I'll remove it. But also, what do you think about people making the mask thing political? What about, I think that during a crisis, I was thinking that people go more nuts. And that's just how it is. We're in a world full of whatever, and everything is happening. And you've got things happening in your families and things at your work and all kinds of you could have health issues or somebody's dying, and your emotions are escalated. It's emotional. It's an emotional time for the people, everybody right now. And like there was a guy who shot and killed somebody because he was asked to put on a mask before entering. And I think, just like you think, that is wrong. Flat out wrong. Flat out wrong. They should put him in a jail cell and put a mask on that guy for doing that. And I think that was so wrong. And there's a lot of people that they'll say that they won't come to Vegas if they have to wear a mask. So I understand, but I wear a mask. I know somebody who's never worn a mask. She only did it because she was in California, and they had that law that you had to wear a mask in a public place before we did, and they handed one to her, and the only way that she could go in the store, well, we're doing that now in Nevada, is if you had a mask, but she put it on because she had to shop. She had to go shopping. She had to eat. So she had to do something against her will because that's the law. That was the law. It's the law. So if it's the law and you're not going to go ballistic and kill somebody over it, if it's the law and you want to be in public, then you're going to have to wear the mask. That's what I think. But not if you have a medical problem. Still, it's kind of weird that they pass laws to protect people, of course. And I don't know. If they're saying, just me personally, I like to follow the law, and I wore masks before. So that's what I think about it. Yeah, it's a law. It is a law. And then, yeah, I can't breathe with it, Mira says, so I'd rather stay home. Yeah, I bought one before this pandemic that has a little filter, and you put a carbon filter inside. That's even worse because it's like it's filtering the air before it hits you, and you're just breathing in and out of the filter. So it's harder to breathe through. What are you saying? No, it's not. No, it's not what? What? It's not. Wait. A government mandate is not a law, Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. It's just a governor's mandate. Yeah, they didn't pass a law. It didn't go through Congress that you have. You're right, Genevieve. Thanks for correcting me. See, that's why I love you. Okay, let me see here. Here's another question. Oh, this is just a supplement. Do you feel like it's a slippery slope, them telling us what to do and not to do? Do you feel like it could lead to us getting some of our rights taken away as citizens? Our rights are already been taken away, like not opening church. We can't even go to church. That was the other question from Mads Mad earlier. She asked me what I thought about them not opening churches. I think that's wrong. You could go to Costco and there could be 1,000 people shopping at once and in the parking lot, but you can't go to church. Yeah, there's something wrong with that. Okay, so that was Genevieve, and thank you for participating. Okay, here's another. Woo! Okay, I have somebody, Cassie, she's asking me, what is Don Pen? What is Don Pen? Do you guys know what Don Pen is? What is Don Pen? It's from Japan. She's referring to in a video here. Let me find it for you. You don't know what it is? Mira might know. Don Penn. Donpen. Don Penn. Don't Google it. She's referring to that because I have a video. Let me find it to show you that I made. It's like a 5-minute video, Godzilla versus Don Penn, that I made from my Japan travel vacation. Let me find it. You don't know? Okay. Okay, where is it? Okay, where's the Tokyo playlist? Wow, they really put that playlist way, way down. That should be like at the top. Here it is. Okay. Godzilla versus Don Penn. Okay. This video. That's Godzilla over the building. And then Don Penn, see it? It's a penguin. See that? Not my bee, the penguin. Do you see that? So Don Penn, Japan has all of these mascots. They're really famous for mascots. Don Penn is the mascot for this huge mega superstore. That's like a burp, not a burp. A discount like dollar store, but it's a discount store, not even really a Walmart. It's crazy. Some could be 6 stories, 5 stories, 7 stories, and they're all over Japan. And everywhere when you enter Don Quixote, I know that's a funny name, but that's what it's called. It's full of everything, anything you can think of. There's even, anything you can think of is there. And it's all smushed together. It's overwhelming. I actually had to walk out because I couldn't take it. It's too much all at once. Everything you can think of or even imagine, and things you don't want to buy that you wouldn't even want is in the store. It's just, it would be cool if we had one here, but I don't think that'll ever happen. So anyway, let me see. I was trying to answer it. He's a penguin. And let me see. He's in that video at the top of the building. And that was in Shinjuku in Tokyo. And there's also a female character called Donko. So the male, of course, is blue, and he wears a Santa cap like he's going to sleep. Oh, hello, Sayuri Spray. If you have a question, you could type it in. Any open questions, just type it in and I'll answer it. And welcome to the live stream. I'm just working on my leftover pasta and answering these questions. And anyway, the female, yeah, so he's blue and he wears like a Santa cap. And his birthday is like September 8th or something. I don't know how old he is. He's just a mascot in Japan. And let me see. He likes to walk around the stores, and he likes to walk at night. That's his hobbies. Also, if you're in different parts of Japan, the character is going to look different. It's not the same depending on the region. Did you get any other questions? Yeah, there's a couple more here. Let's see here. There's another one. Woo, it's got a deep, 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 deep stuff. Okay. What are some ways for people to see that all races and people matter to each other? What do you guys think? Because right now we're in this civil rights movement, of course, here because of what happened to that horrible, it's been going on though. Just like this, the racism has been going on. I remember when I was young and I lived in North Las Vegas, I remember my first time that I encountered racism. So I have a family that's mixed because the father is Caucasian and the mother is Vietnamese, right? We're mixed. And then on top of that, we have a mixed like races. Yeah, be kind to all and pray and respect. Yeah, and treat everybody with respect. Yeah. So what happened to me was this boy, he was a punk and he was Caucasian. He had a Caucasian family. It was pure Caucasian family. And I walked by his house and he poked because the side, he was on a corner. I lived on a corner lot house. So did he, like 2 blocks up. And as soon as I walked by, because I was coming home from a friend's house, walking home, he was like yelling over the block wall. He goes, Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees, look at these. Chink, chink, chink. And I was yelling. I said, you shut up. Oh, yeah, I was about, how old was I? Maybe 10 years old. Probably 10 years old. Yeah. Because that's when I lived in North Las Vegas before I moved around. So I just told him to shut up. I told him, don't say those things because you're crazy, and in my little 10-year-old way. And I didn't like that guy ever again. I never liked him anyway. And it didn't scare me. I kept walking by and I wasn't looking for trouble. But yeah, what the hell? And that happened to you too? Yeah, that song that they sing. Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees, look at these. And I don't know what they're meaning when they say, look at these. You know, what does that all mean? I think it's ridiculous. And that was the first time I ever encountered racism. And it made me so mad. So anyway, I think that people need to understand that we all have red blood. We all have the same blood. We're all mixed. We were all created in the image of God. And that we should be more respectful, just like Genevieve said. Oh, hi. Oh, it's Tokyo Drew. That guy's awesome. He has a new channel, Shut Up and Eat. And this other one, Tokyo Drew, the first one, that's the first one. And let me see. I met him when he was here with his wife, and we had a meetup. And Genevieve, do you remember Joyce? She was there. Joyce. And anyway, what was let me see here. Yeah, you're right. We're all, in America, we're all Americans, right? So back to the question, what are some ways for people to say that all races and people matter to each other? That we were created in the image of God. We're all created by a master, and we're fearfully and wonderfully made. And that's something you don't mess with. So when you say I don't like you because of your race, or you sing songs like Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees, look at these, and you do that, you're going against the master creator of the universe, of the ultimate God. You're going against what God made. And those people, they need to have a mindset. Police need to be retrained. That's all it comes down to. If you have a job to do, to protect and to serve, you need to be retrained. Weed out the morons who kill Black people or target Asians or Mexicans. We're all actually really one race. It's just God created us all in different colors. We all have the same red blood. We have different languages. That's what makes us unique. God does not design a model of a mold like a cookie cutter mold. Could you imagine a world of a cookie cutter mode? A mold that everybody looks like a freaking robot and everybody's a certain race. Everybody has the same color eyes. Okay? All right. That really revved me up. I can't stand racism. Okay. Woo! Getting deep. Do we have to wait for a devastating cosmic event to help each other? That's pretty deep. Do we have to wait? She's kind of saying that it seems like in this world at this point right now where we're at with this pandemic and things and some of our rights are being taken away. The things we love, we can't do. We can't have graduations unless it's 6 feet away. We can't go to prom. Not me, but I'm just saying subjectively, we can't go to weddings. We can't go to church. It seems like the world is on a restart button or something. I don't know. And it feels like we had to. Have you ever seen the day the Earth stood still? So it's like we've come to this point in history where we have to put a pause on things. Like a pandemic has stopped. I used to say the Earth is closed, and it was like now we're slowly reopening, but we're rethinking things. Like, and during this whole thing, I see there's some good news too that you don't hear about. Like families are being fed, jobs are being restored, people are getting better jobs than when they were furloughed or laid off. And there's good news from this. Some people are getting help for things that they couldn't get help with before. And I don't know, it just seems like we don't have to wait for a devastating cosmic event to help each other. We should be helping each other already. We shouldn't be. If you know somebody that needs help, try to help them, and if you can't, find somebody who can. That's what I think. And then let me see here. Ooh. I don't know if I can answer that. That one's really, really. Oh. Let me see. Okay. When there is no. Does anybody have any questions? Because I'm reading questions from people who Okay, when there's no food, I have some right here. Would you like some? It's pasta with meat sauce. And I also have some more if you'd like a bite. When there is no food, this is getting hard. And we become a third world third world countries. We become risk for madmen to take over. Nowhere else to run. Where can you enjoy freedom? This is a hard one. Where can you enjoy freedom? Well, if you think about that, if there's no food and all you have, let's say all you have is some shelter, and if you still have your house and you start getting like looting's happening, and it's like martial law or there's no police at all, and what can you do? You can pray. You can get on your knees and pray. That's all you could really do, because nobody's going to protect you but God. And you could find your freedom in God, because the truth sets you free. So that's the answer to that. So I'm going to see if there's any other questions from other people. And I'm going to look over here. Anybody have any questions? Oh, wait, I'm on silent as I sit in my office, but I'm here. Oh, Tokyo Drew. Let me see here. I'm looking to see if I'm missing anything. Okay. I have one more place to look. Pray and carry on. Mara, did you have a question? I didn't see that. I'm going to look back here. No, I don't see any other. Let me see. Did I miss somebody's question? The question was, did you get any other questions? Oh, are you married? Do you have any children? Good question. Thank you for asking. No, I'm not married. I almost got married once and didn't happen. And then another time I had a couple of proposals. One was when I used to eat at Wendy's, and this guy walked up and said, "You're so beautiful. Oh my God." And he's like, "Will you marry me? I love you." I'm like, "Dude, what do you want? Are you okay? You need some help?" And he goes, "No, listen, I love you. I want to marry you." I go, "I'm sorry, I don't know who you are." Then I got up to the lady that you pay, the cashier. I go, "Man, I think there's something wrong with that guy. See that guy over there? He's walking over by the trees," because he got really sad. And I go, "There's something wrong with that guy. I don't know if you need somebody to go check on him. He just proposed to me, but there's something wrong with him." So no, I've never been married. Do you have any children? No, I don't have any children. And I only have like 2 nephews and a niece. And then there was another nephew that popped up. But anyway, I won't go there. Yeah, I'm single. And let me see. Anybody else? I'm going to see if there's any question over here. I'm looking over here. No, I think I covered every question. And then anyway, Your friend wants you to wave at, oh, I just saw that. Oh, I'm waving to Tokyo Drew. Okay. He can't hear, but he's providing means to see that okay, I'm good. I understand. I've done that to you too when I go on your live stream. How are you doing? Working from home or back to on site? So, how am I doing? There's times that during this pandemic, I've been working the whole time and it got really hard. And I couldn't even comprehend why people were crazier than crazy, you know? And I know that that's out of my control. And I had to really, really, really fix my attitude about it because I had to understand that I'm not perfect either. And I have bad days too. But there was a lot of people that I encountered that had really bad days that took it out on me. There was times that I would talk to people, they would cry. I would cry after I helped them. It got frustrating because things kept changing and we kept hearing things on the news nobody knew. I had to refocus and I snapped out of it. What helped me was praying, whatever. As far as sometimes I have a really painful days, really painful days, and I just relax. I'll sleep it off. I don't take any medication. I don't self-medicate. I don't drink. If I do, I might have some wine or sake with my food, like in the food, like you cook with it. Yeah, so I'm laughing now because it's I've had some bad days, and because I have faith in God, it really helps me. And I have a person that I pray with almost every night. She's a mentor. She's a very close Christian friend of mine, and we help each other out. We pray for each other and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, when I'm having a bad day, I just take a day off and I relax and I don't do anything until things get better, like medical conditions get better. I just take a day off. But I'm doing fine. I'm really happy to be home. I'm happy because the dog is here. She's a very good dog. This family dog, her name's Mocha, and she's older. So I gave her a bath. It helps me, and it's fun to have her when I'm working. She's like my coworker, and I have good coworkers, and we keep in touch. So we're all working at home in my office, and then they told us we won't be going back on site, and I was cheering. I was cheering. I was, because that commute, man. Being home and not interacting with others is hard. That's why I have you guys. I do live streams. I'll text you. I'll call people. That's why you have to make the most of it. Because you don't even know when we're all going to be around anymore. Anything could happen, Let's pray before we go. So just to before we wrap this up, does anyone have any other questions? I think I'm still eating dinner. Did you guys eat dinner? It's dinner time. Well, if you come up, anybody Yeah, having a pet. She's a really good dog. If anybody who's watching a replay here, you can put a comment and I can answer the question in the comments down below. So I'm going to say a prayer, and if you're not comfortable with that, you don't have to do it, but we're going to say a prayer. Oh, you made spaghettis with noodles and kidney beans? Yum. Yeah, I have pasta with meat sauce and red sauce. Rotini pasta. Yeah. If any of you ever like have questions, I'm on social media. Linda_Bertling_. I could put links. My Facebook is personal, so it's not used like this, but there is a Linda B Everywhere Facebook account. I don't really, excuse me. Also, I don't really go on Twitter, but I have a Twitter account. What do you recommend to do when in Vegas? Oh, that's a good question. Some places are open to eat. I'm guessing no shows are open. You're right. There's no shows open right now. See, I know you like to eat and you like to shop. So believe it or not, there's still shopping to do. There's still eating. You know, this is the culinary mecca melting pot, the Strip. There's still restaurants are open. They're slowly opening. You could do that. You can still walk on the Strip. It's not closed down traffic. It was always open if you're driving up and down the Strip. There's even though there's no shows, you could still go, like, if you come past July 1st, if you like art, you can, and shopping, there's like different, I don't know if Crystal Shopping Mall is open, but there's a Crystal Shopping Mall that has artwork placed around it. And the other artwork is behind Aria and around Aria, around the outside area. And those are fun for like selfie spots. And there's statues all over, like right outside of Aria before the pub. There's like random artwork that you could go look at that are crazy. Like these, not all of them are crazy, but like there's all kinds of statues that, you know, that you can go sightsee. And we have Valley of Fire if you want to go hiking or do a scenic drive. We have Red Rock Conservation Area that has a scenic drive. I don't know if it's open though. It might be open later. And of course, Lake Mead. Boulder City is out there. It's a quaint little town that was made when the Hoover Dam was made. I don't like going to the Hoover Dam, even though it's a very cool structure. I don't recommend it unless you're going to do something. You could, I've got, I hear a lot of people do the helicopter tours. There's like, downtown area has Container Park that has eating and shopping. I know you like that. And these are local businesses. It's all downtown Container Park is made out of containers, shipping freights that they refurbished and made shops and bars and all those things and dining, and it's all locally run, so you support locals. And oh yeah, Springs Preserve. That's where there's actually springs. There we have springs in the desert, and it has kind of like a museum. Sometimes you'll see artwork displayed from different artists that are featured. There's exhibits. They have sometimes they have so many events. I don't know what's happening there, but it's called Springs Preserve, and they have a cafe. Sometimes there's jazz there, or I don't know if they'll be having it though. You've never been to Red Rock? We should go when you come here. She's coming here. Walking the Strip is great for fresh air. Yeah, the Strip is always a good walk, especially now when you come here in July. There's going to be less people walking. It won't be as congested, and it'll be easier to navigate, without big crowds. Some places are open and not getting out. Yeah, shows aren't open. Did you like going to the Hoover Dam, Mira? Because I never did. Downtown Vegas. So downtown Vegas has an arts district. I have videos that you could see. They'll have different events down there. And they also have a First Friday that it's not happening right now. It's when they close off blocks of streets. And it's a downtown arts district. And you can walk freely between vendors and see their crafts and their arts and artisanal types of things that they make, like foods. They always have food trucks. They open up their art galleries. There's live music. It's not going on right now, but it's called First Friday. And I don't know when they're going to have their First Friday. So all gotta go. Okay, Genevieve, you take care. I know you're busy with you got family business that you need to go tend to. So thanks for stopping by, and you're awesome. And God bless you. So there's even though we have the Strip, there's other locations. It's called Downtown Summerlin that has a lot of shopping. There's Town Square that has a lot of shopping. There's outlet malls. There's dinner places. There's fast food places. They have everything you can buy. And yeah, so there's a lot of places. Boulder City is a cool little town that's right by Lake Mead, and it's past Henderson. So it's kind of out there, but Container Park. Container Park is located on it's kind of like 4th Street and Fremont. So here's Fremont Street, right? And then the Ruby Slipper and the, you know what I'm talking about? In front of El Cortez, there's a Ruby Slipper that rotates, right? And you walk up Fremont all the way to 4th Street, and that's where Container Park is. It's walkable from downtown, or they have parking there. You pay for parking there. They have parking meters and parking lots that you pay for parking. Or you can just take an Uber. Yeah, bye, Genevieve. So I have some videos if you want to look of Container Park that they have all kinds of stuff. I've been there a couple of times already in the videos. But yeah, that's where that is. And there's a lot of other places than just the Strip. But so I think that I'm still like eating my dinner. Anybody have questions? Did you eat dinner, Mira? So here it says I need to go to Red Rock. Red Rock has a scenic loop. I don't know if it's open, but you have to pay because it's like a conservation national park. You pay to do the scenic loop, but you can stop during different points of interest and hike. You could get out and hike. And Red Rock has all kinds of rock formations that are like, you feel like you're on Mars or something. I don't know. They don't have a place to eat up there, but you just bring your own food. Have a picnic or something. They have camping. I don't think the campgrounds are open. You can see wild donkeys, bighorn sheep. It's an awesome place for photography, by the way. It's an awesome place for photography, but when you're here, it's going to be too hot to do something like that. It's going to be way too hot to hike. The only thing I would recommend is driving there and looking at it, not getting out and hiking. It's going to be 107 degrees. So you probably wouldn't want to do that. You had veggie lasagna. We all had lasagna. It's Pasta Monday. We all had pasta here. Yeah, my food's cold, but it's okay. Pasta tastes good, hot or cold. And there's like, I don't think any of the water parks are open yet either. Nope, they're not open yet. Movie theaters are open, but why would you come to Vegas to see a movie? There's some drive-ins that are open. You can do, there's like other stuff. They have like Jeep tours. Like I was saying, there's helicopter tours. I don't know. There's always something you could find to do. I know. But they reopened farmers markets. We finally have farmers markets happening. Farmers markets are cool to go to, but they're not like the ones in California. They sure aren't. So, any other questions? Have you ever been to Vegas, Sayuri Spray? This thing was shaking. Sorry. I need to check. There's one more place that there might be a question. You never know. Oh, that's it. I have no more questions. So I'm gonna end this soon, and hope you have a good week because it's Monday, and many of us that are working. That's my first Monday is my first day of work. Yeah, they have there's different Jeep tours, but there's one that's famous. It's called the Pink Jeep Tour. I don't know if they're any good. I don't. It's called the Pink Jeep Tour. And they'll come to your hotel and pick you up. I don't know how much they cost. I've never done it. But all right, so I'm going to wrap this up. We already went over an hour. That's pretty good. Thank you for participating and stopping by. And if you're watching the replay, what was your question? I don't know. What was my question? I don't remember what my question was. But if you're watching the replay, if you do have a question, like I said, you can leave a comment. And don't forget to hit like. And don't forget, if you've never subscribed to this channel, I would need more help for your support. Just by subscribing, it really helps this channel. And it's free. And there's no strings attached. So I'm going to say a quick prayer and we'll end this. Lord, thank you for everything that you're showing us in this time. And I'm grateful for having a YouTube channel where I can have a little bit of community show up and ask questions. And I ask that you bless everybody everywhere and you help them with any need that they need, that you will provide whatever they need. Whatever they ask, if it's in your will, that you will provide. And if anybody has any other questions that they wouldn't feel bashful to not ask, that they would open up and leave any questions and help them throughout their week and help them to feel so blessed and give them peace, because we're in tough times right now. It's different than anything we've known. And we know that you're there for us. And we ask you for showing us your goodness and your promises, and guide us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you. And thanks for watching. So I'm going to finish my dinner now and have a good week, all right? See you later. I'll give you a moment to say bye while I take some pasta, some more pasta. Bye, 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 bye. Pasta Monday. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Eat well. Hope you're eating well.